Right. We are back. Bish bash bosh. Right. Let's knock this one out of the park. And always lovely jubbly. Simply lovely. Well, my prediction of Lando winning definitely didn't come true. Oh, bless him. Bless him. Rough one. Very rough one for him. How you doing, Leigh? Welcome in, buddy. Hope you had a good day. Hope you had a good weekend as well. Lovely job, Leigh. Let me just put that there. Then I can read YouTube a bit easier there. And if we put that sound as a pound. Welcome everyone in. Hopefully everyone had a good day. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the Dutch GP. Was actually more exciting than, to be honest, I expected it to be. The rain never properly came though, did it? Like, that was a bit of a letdown, can't lie. I was really hyped up for some rain this weekend, but just never came. Just never came. So yeah, interesting as well with the two Ferrari DNF in the same corner as well. Very poetic, but in a negative way. Really feel bad for Charles, especially. Absolutely T-boned. Straight up the inside. Holy moly. How you doing, SJ? Welcome in, buddy. Hope you had a good day. Yeah, what was everyone's thoughts on the GP? Because of course Lando I feel bad for immensely. But yeah, crazy stuff for the championship. Oscar 34 points, I think it is now, in the lead. With how good Oscar is mentally, I don't see a situation without Oscar having a DNF, but he will lose the gap, to be honest. How you doing, Sam? Welcome in, buddy. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's over for Lando and the signed, sealed, and delivered for Oscar, but I would say it's pretty much in the bag. But also, to be honest, in some way, I think it's going to help Lando. I feel like to have this is kind of the reason that why the championship might not happen for him is easier for him to deal with rather than his own mistakes, you know? From PSGL to podium. Oh, don't worry. If it was PSGL, they would have gave him a penalty just for existing. Nah, I'm kidding, of course. I'm sure PSGL will be sure to jump on that bandwagon and jump in to say that on social media. But it is a cool journey, nevertheless. I'm doing good, thank you, buddy. Hope you're doing good as well. Right. Clear mode. Mighty Monaco. Ooh, spicy. It should be a cracker. Thoughts on the science penalty? Worst stewarding decisions in PSGL. Gotta be said. Honestly, what was that science penalty all about, though? For real. Like, it was genuinely baffling. Yeah. I think that was a racing incident, to be honest. I think it was completely valid from Lawson to start opening his steering wheel and pushing Sainz wide. But I think the fact Sainz got a penalty for it was basically like robbing someone and then laughing at them. Like, it was just diabolical, in my opinion. But that is just my opinion. What was everyone else's thoughts on that Sainz penalty? I'm sure Sainz will have some spicy comments to say about it in the social. He's speaking with a Spanish record. How do you mean, Andy? What do you mean by Spanish record? Season 1, Hendrik. Brendon, you coach? I do indeed. I do indeed. As you're on TikTok, the link to my website will be in my page, like, bio. That's to be an accent. I still don't get what you mean, Andy. I still don't get what you mean, but how you doing, man? Isaac? Oh, man, what a performance, you know. Fair play to the lad. Fair play. Absolutely deserved it. Auto correct. Yeah, like, I'm so happy that Isaac as well got driver of the day by a big margin as well, you know. Like, the fact he was able to claim that, huge. Because a lot of times, like, driver of the day is a bit funny and it's a bit close for no reason when clearly, like, someone's outperformed everyone. But what Isaac did, sensational.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session.
Penalty for speaking a Spanish accent. Did I speak with a Spanish accent?
And Lando Norris lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we welcome you to the broadcast. It's going to be some race today.
Right. This is going to be nuts, this race.
I know you gutted to be starting from here, but just focus on putting that and some other cars behind you. Good luck.
Right, I've literally done no warm-up, by the way. It is literally just going to be no Saints. I'm still not following, man. Okay, now I get what you mean, Andy. Now I get what you mean. I get what you mean now. It only took me 5 years to get there, but I got there in the end. Whoops. Yo, how you doing, Kane? Welcome in, buddy. Someone who fully believes in Isaac since his first year would make it to F1. Oh, mate, it's crazy. He deserves it. He seems like a nice lad as well. You're doing awesome. Fantastic. Glad to hear. Yo, Nova, hope you had a good day. Hope you had a good day. It's been good over here, thank you. Morning. How you doing, Drum? Welcome in, buddy. Right. I don't know what fuel to take on this race. Because the engine is so bad. Like, I thought I was safe on the fuel last race in Imola. Then I thought it turns out that I wasn't. So we are going to go for a bit of a, I don't know, I wouldn't call it conservative strategy with the hard medium, but I think that could also be the best, probably. And doing some overcuts. Let's not bring up Ferrari. Okay. Yeah, crazy. Lewis looked like, just to be honest, unlucky. Because especially how much the car understeered after. How much the car understeered after going wide was really, really unlucky. Just an error before going on the paint is what it is. But Carlos, not Carlos, Charles. Antonelli was having the first good race in like 4 months and decided, do you know what? Do you know what? It's either going to be a sensational day or a terrible day. Bang, down the inside. What? Yeah. I get why he did it. You know, he's a rookie. He's in Formula One. I'm not, so I'm not someone to judge. I'm not in a position to judge. But I have a feeling that even if he stayed behind Charles for the rest of the race, his reputation and sort of feeling in the team would have gone massively up, you know? So, yeah. And he probably would have got past Charles anyway. I'm pretty certain Charles would have got a penalty for what happened with George. At least it wasn't George that hit him. Yeah. Yeah. You overly think? Yeah, I made it last night. So, with that said, let's crack on. So, the AI are typically normally not the quickest around Monaco, but with overtaking, it might be a bit difficult. I'm going to see that PSGL comparison so many times today. I can feel it. I can feel it. I'm waiting for that PSGL and the F1 game post of like, Isaac did F1 Esports one day. Now he's on the podium. And they're going to milk it. They're going to milk it, man. I can feel it. I just know it's going to get milked. Oh, look. There he is. George Morgan. But did George post they had an announcement before it or not? What? Lock in Hamilton. Lock in like Hamilton. Yeah. Honestly. But I was saying honestly, like, I think the whole situation now might help Lando in an inverted way. Because it removes the pressure of the championship. And basically, no matter what, he can always say, oh, well, the championship was lost because of the engine thing, you know, that ruined my momentum, or that if like anything less than 34 points the championship is decided by, Lando will just now say, well, if the engine didn't blow up, I would have won. What is great for like releasing pressure, you know what I mean? Even though it's complete nonsense, probably. It helps, I think, Norris like relieve that pressure of the championship. So now he can just focus on driving quick, you know? So I think in an inverted way, it might actually... I'm not going to say help Lando, because definitely this hurts him more than it helps him. But it might help him relieve some of the pressure he's been carrying, you know? Ferrari fans. No, I think Monza will be right. I think Monza will be right. If they can fix the cars in time, it'll be alright, that will. Normally, Monza and Ferrari go quite well together. Alright, let's go. Oh, there's contact there. It's like a car park. Yo, buddy, welcome in. Last B13, I'll take it. The two-stop rule is there, yeah. I thought about sending it there. Oh, hello. Oh, track limits. Oh! Contact with the teammates. Sorry, Button. But you are the number 2 here, my friend. Wow. No apex speed. Well, already up to P8. Well, we're flying. Yeah, I'm in the game. I'm actually driving as myself at the moment. Yasmin. I'm on my team? Ah, man, that's cool. I hope that you picked me. That'd be quite fun. Yeah, I think I'll do some open lobbies after this race. Do I support a football team? Not really, to be honest. I don't really watch football that much. The only people I really support, British national team. But like I say, I'm not really watching football that much. More, I'm just supporting like when Britain's playing. You know what I mean? You're not watching F1 after this race? Why? Got a favorite player? Not really, to be honest. The reason I say that is like, I don't really know any players like personality well enough to know if I like support them morally or not. You know. How about you? What's your favorite player? Ronaldo? Nice. Yeah, double DNF for Ferrari is rough. Especially doing it in the same corner. I did see, like, Charles having, like, a phone. Well, I presume he was watching the race on. The question I have is, did that person get their phone back? You know what I mean? It was one of the teams. No, the team can't reach him. Like, he was stuck on the inside of the track. Unless he wanted to walk around the circuit. What would have involved, like, going into the whole, like, fan area and general admission. And I think it would have taken longer for him to walk around the circuit into general admission and then back around to the paddock than it would have been just to wait the race out. Plus he had a nice place to watch from, you know. And it wasn't really like raining, it wasn't really uncomfortable, you know. How hot they get in the car? Probably the breeze was quite nice for him there. Because, yeah, if it was someone from the team's phone, then I think for sure Charles would have just gone back to the paddock rather than waiting there the whole time. First time watching? Oh, welcome in, man. Pleasure to have you, buddy. Hope you had a good day. We're going to do the Max Verstappen. To Max Verstappen. Oh, maybe we won't. And we just caught like 6 attempts in one corner. Oh. That's a bit spicy. Hello. Yeah, we should have taken fuel out at the start. Oh, leaving you alone. Oh, that's 2 corner cut warnings. How do I... What's the first watcher? Ah, welcome in, buddy. How's you getting into the F1 game? Just quickly before I tell the little story. At the moment, sorry, I'm just not interacting with the chat too much, as I'm pretty locked in around Monaco. So there wasn't too much time to read chat, so apologies about less interactions than I normally do. But yeah, getting into the F1 game. Part of the prize for winning the 2017 World Championship for the F1 game was to be in the game. So every single time you win an F1 Sim Racing World Championship, you get added to the game. Apart from Freddy, because Freddy did not want to be added in the game for some reason. So yeah, so we have me, David, Denitsa, Lucas Blakely, and Jarno Opmir in the game. I think it's pretty cool. It's nice, like... It's nice that they do this feature for the drivers, you know? I think it's a cool way to, like... I think cool way for, like, me, and I think other drivers as well, to, like... Maybe one day to look back on it. So I think to say you've been in the game and have... like what you did recognize is really, really nice, to be honest. And a big respect and big thank you to F1, EA, and Codemasters for even making that opportunity available, you know? One, to have the championship, but two, to have like this kind of forever cemented thing, you know? I'm not too sure if that's enough for PSGL. I'm not too sure what their lap time or sign up lap times are. Right, we can box, put on a new set of tires. Got a Leigh race tonight, been watching your track guide. Gonna try out, can't go any, mate, cook it up. What track are you racing on? A little bit of a slow stop. More than a bit of a slow stop. Jesus. Hello, Brendon. Just started to watch your play racing games such as F125. Video you make us. Ah, thank you, buddy. I understand everything. It makes me feel like a veteran. Mate, that's such a nice. Honestly, that's such a nice message. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate you. Appreciate you stopping by to say that. That means a lot to me. I'm gonna try and not crash on this lap now. Now that you've said that and hyped me up, I'm gonna try not to crash. TikTok died. It didn't. I can see that people are still using it. I appreciate trying to let me know, but I can see that TikTok is still live. People were joining and leaving the stream. Australia? Is that a 50% race or 100? You tell him? Yeah, it always makes me laugh. Like, some people just come with a good intention, you know? Like, some people maybe have, like, an internet connection on their side, you know? Maybe, like, their Wi-Fi goes down and it cuts out the stream for them. So maybe they have, like, a good intention to tell something and to, like, let someone know that their stream went down. What I can understand, I really appreciate. I always try to see the best in someone, you know? So, like, we'll assume that they're trying to be helpful before they're trying to be destructive. But, yeah. It's like when someone comes in and says, oh, your microphone's muted. But the bit they don't know is literally to my right-hand side. I don't even have to turn my head to look at it. I can literally turn my eyes to the right. I can see my volume meter for my game volume and my microphone volume. So when they come in and say, oh, your microphone's not working, I'm like, oh, really? That's funny, isn't it? Oh, that was almost a wall. How do you make a custom livery? So I didn't actually design the livery. Friend Chris actually made the livery. You can see his logo on the halo with the CD. But you can like edit the liveries in like Photoshop and basically import the files to your game. So that's how it's done. It is semi-complex to get it in the game depending on the application you use. But like there used to be a website called Race Department. I don't know what it's actually called anymore, but they have like good guides on it. If you do want to do it. Again, it's only for PC though, unfortunately. Yo, how you doing, Heli? Welcome in. Thank you. How you welcome? 50? Okay. I would aim for a one-stop. So you just avoid a little bit of traffic or minimize the effect of traffic. And then, yeah, if you need to divert to do a two-stop, you can, you know? That's normally how I play it in those situations. Best of both worlds. Yo, how you doing? Welcome in, buddy. How's the line? No line quickly. Hate to do self-promo. But I have a YouTube video on it, if you do want to check out my YouTube video. Just saying. Nah, I'm kidding. Well, I'm not kidding, but I do have a video on it, what you might find useful. But generally, when learning no line, don't do that. Don't hit the wall. It's all just about being disciplined with your breaking points, you know? If you can be disciplined with your breaking points, then it can really help you. A lot of frustration and mistakes come from not being disciplined with your breaking points. Yeah, I've already done one of my pit stops. So I've got another one to do. It was like lap 14 or lap 15 I stopped. So we already have the effective race lead. Thanks, man. Oh, you're welcome. So now we're just going to send it for the rest of the race. I'm not too sure if I will do a cockpit race, to be honest. Oh, that's a penalty. Needs to lock in. Alright, cheers, Yazin. Appreciate you, bro. Catch you later. Have a good day, bro. You too. Appreciate ya. Yeah, AI is on max. I have the slowest car on the grid. I started from last. Yeah, I enjoy playing. It would be more fun if the AI were better, I'm not gonna lie, but I still enjoy playing, I still enjoy pushing. How are you so fast? Porridge. Do I like the race? I think the race was quite good. I felt and do feel really bad for Lando. But on the flip side, I feel really happy for Isaac. Sure, I had an amazing race. Oh, yeah. Better now than next week, I guess. If there's any consolation to that. Are you the fastest in the game? At the moment, no. I used to do F1 sim racing, like the Esports tournament on this game, for 8 years. I won the championship twice. So I have been fastest on previous games, but at the moment not. Not for this game, as I stopped racing professionally. I'd probably say the fastest on this game is a mix between Jarno Otis Lawrence and Freddie Rasmussen. You're a Ferrari fan? Nice to meet you, Ferrari fan. My name's Brendon. Oops. I enjoy F1. I do play iRacing and other stuff. I also have done, oh my god, a bit of real life racing. But yeah, I enjoy F1, you know. Like, for me, it doesn't have to be like an outright sim to enjoy it. When are we seeing you in the next Red Bull seat? I told you to keep that a secret. Now you've just gone and leaked it to all the world. Damn. But seeing as it's getting out there anyway, it's getting announced tomorrow. Who said it was Yuki getting fired? Just saying. Thank you for your Silverstone setup. It was... Ah, mate. Happy to hear that you liked it. Yeah, the wings are super low in this year's game. Very, very low. So it's very strange at first to get used to. But once you're into it, like, then it feels a lot better. Why you left F1 Esports? I just got bored of doing the same routine every year of my life. I loved it. I still love the memories. But to be honest, I was even thinking about this while I was out running earlier. There's a two-part to this story, right? So I'll tell the first part. To me, just doing like the same thing for 8 years, where it was you practice probably 9 months of the year, 8 months maybe, depending when the game was released, practicing for 12 races. So you're doing 8 months of work for 12 opportunities, basically. And for that, maybe the equipment will fail, maybe something will fail, maybe something will not go your way. In a spec series, so in a spec series, everything should be right because it's not your team's fault if it fails. or maybe your preparation is bad, or maybe this is wrong. And anyway, my point is, you train like 8 months for like 12 opportunities for something to be out of your control, and for me was just not that enjoyable anymore. And to be honest, taking a break from doing and taking myself away from that mentality of thinking I need to race every year is really healthy, actually. And I really find myself coming back to a point where even my mentality is now actually getting a lot sharper, because I'm not under that like constant pressure of F1 sim racing to race every week, to grind every week, and I'm really like getting a lot sharper again mentally. So I'm really getting into a place where I think I want to start racing on other games, and trying other competitions and putting myself back in that kind of competitive environment, you know? So that was a long-winded, like, 2 answers in one, but to summarize it, basically. Right, time to crack on. What did you race in real life? I did F4 testing for 4 days with Zane Maloney, who's now in Formula E. A few race wins in Formula 2 as well. And I did 4, I think it was 4 race weekends in British Formula Ford. To which I was able to win the Rookie Cup 7 times, I think it was, out of 13 races. And cheers, Behrman. And yeah, I mean, I think before the funding got pulled for that season, we were P4, maybe P5 in the Drivers' Championship. And what's my setup? Do you mean for the car, my setup, or... Or do you mean, like, my rig setup? I still understand. Oh, no worries, man. I appreciate you tuning in and asking the question. Brendon, you're not watching Liverpool? No. I don't really watch football that much. The only thing of football I've been watching over these last few days is Nasty 2K on TikTok and his fight for the survival with spice bags. That was hilarious. With a 3-second penalty, I know, man. Disgrace. Putting shame to my name. Signs, beep beep. Get out the way. Thank you. Oh, look, there's the man at the moment. He's that car char. Would like just to say I mate did your coaching session and found it very useful. Ah, who was your mate, if you don't mind me asking? But I really appreciate that. I really appreciate you coming in to say that. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Who DNF'd? It was Kimi Antonelli, I think. Austin. Oh, mate, no way. He has his race today, you know, on Japan. Fastest lap on Monaco? Probably in like qualifying or time trial, like 108s, 107s. I can't remember exactly what the qualifying lap times are here. But somewhere around that, I imagine. Wow, Leclerc's out the points. That was close to the wall. This is going to be painful to lap the hometown hero. Almost in the wall. Need to be a bit smoother on my steering wheel there. Right, maybe we'll catch one more lapper in this race. Aston Martin. Pit for softs. I prefer to have the bigger gap, to be honest. But I like that you said please. I respect that. do it for YouTube. Nah, I don't want to fake anything. I just want to drive. Yo, man. Doing very well, thank you. I hope you're doing good as well. Yeah, that's a good setup, man. That's a good setup. Oh, you had to broke the trophy? Oh no. Ah, they'll get it fixed. Rear tires are cooked. My reaction to the Dutch GP. The race was better than I was expecting it to be. Disappointed that no proper rain fell. Not gonna lie. I was watching Twitter in the build up to the race. The Tuesday, the Wednesday. And it seemed like it was going to be a very wet weekend. But basically, no rain at all. Was very disappointing. But apart from that, I think it was a great race. I do feel really bad for Lando. Because, like, that's not a nice way. That's a horrible way, in fact. Also, to be where he was DNF'd, really, really bad. Like, because he was so far away from the paddock. It did rain a bit, yeah, but not really enough to do anything. But yeah, so far away from the paddock, you know. To be in that situation and to then have to be stuck out on the track and watching like other people go around, man, that hurts. That sucks so bad. Max would? Max would do what? Yeah, the Leclerc one was really unlucky. I'm still surprised Kimi sent it from there, to be honest. Like, I'm pretty sure. I know it was going to be reviewed after the race, but also I think was a bit weird. I think the whole Leclerc and George Russell like overtake should have been reviewed in the race. And there should have been a known outcome in the race from that, rather than leaving it till after. But, yeah. I guess Kimi did not have that information. And he just sent it. I imagine in Kimi... I don't know if it's... I'm acting just off presumptions here. I don't actually have any real information on this. But I imagine Kimi got told that maybe, like, P4 was an opportunity. With Hadjar being ahead. And, like, the only chance he had of getting P4 was to be ahead of Leclerc. So I guess that's why he sent it so hard. Because I can't imagine any other reason for him to send it that hard in that situation, you know? Ah, yeah, we should get Alonso before the end. Blue flag. Blue flag. Blue flag. Thank you. Oh, there we go. GG. Such a bad day for Ferrari? Yeah, hugely bad day. Yeah. Yes. It was all or nothing for Kimi, wasn't it? I think there were like 3 safety cars today. What is this loading page? Oh, there we go. Oh. I say they get rid of Hamilton. No. I think they'll give Lewis until 2026. Until the end of 20... Well, until the start of 2026. Can you go so ice because the rear tires was dead? Saved them. Oh, to be honest, mate, a lot of the rear tire is just about saving it. Like, not wheel spinning it, I should say. If you can't start getting that wheel spin, then it really destroys them super quick. Standings? We're 46 points ahead of Max. Well, the championship's looking quite close this year. Oh my god. That's really close, that is. I'll show you the car performance chart as well. Because we have, like, the worst car. Bacon Lettuce Tomato. I can't actually remember what it stands for. It stands for, like, Brendon Leigh something. Brendon Leigh team, I think.
Hey, me again. Got another question for you.
I don't know where you see, like, performance chart. Oh no, stop giving me this cutscenes game, please. Isaac is at risk of getting demoted to Red Bull. That's a crazy comment. That's a crazy comment. But you're not wrong. Progress history is in engineering. I will show it next time. But anyway, I have the slowest car. But now, it's time to do some open lobbies. Right, I need to... I'll set up the lobby, and then I'll change... Oh, I need to do a game reset, actually. So give me a moment, chat. Let me just close up my game. I need to verify the Steam files. Just as a formality from getting rid of the custom livery. What you run online. Well, you can't run this custom livery online, so you have to get rid of it. Max would have pitted. Don't respond to peer pressure. Don't worry, I wasn't planning to either way. Second Red Bull seat is 100% demotion. Rough. Coming out with these rough statements. Not saying you're wrong, but... Will you make a driver career in F1? Like, I don't think so. I'm quite happy with my team, to be honest. I'm trying to figure out if it's a good idea working 2 jobs on Friday. Depends how much you want the money. Let me just update these few thingy jiggies. And then we'll be cooking. How do I update TikTok? Lovely jubbly. Just got to wait for my game to verify its game files, and then we can get the lobby set up. Whoa. I think we need to start on Sandwalk today, chat. What do you think? Ah, lunch. What lunch? When did lunch get mentioned? I wouldn't mind lunch. That's what I stand for. Tracks you practiced all week. All right, we'll start off with Zandvoort then. We'll start off with Zandvoort. Have you tried ECE? I haven't actually. I haven't heard that many things about the game, but I haven't heard that many good things at the same time. Like, again, this is just coming from someone who's not played it. You know what I mean? Like, I've not played it. But yeah, I just haven't heard that many good things about it. Like, it's not really like a situation that people are like screaming and shouting about it on social media. So that's a bit worrying. I think for them, in the landscape of like Le Mans Ultimate, iRacing, Rennsport really isn't on the map. But the IndyCar game that's coming, they added 2004. Yeah, but that was also in the original Assetto Corsa, you know? So I'm not surprised that they added that. But yeah, I think in the landscape of what sim racing is, I think AC Evo might struggle a bit. Because like Le Mans Ultimate is so strong, iRacing is so strong. We've got IndyCar coming next year. It's a tough market. It's a tough market. And if they're trying to branch out from what they were originally doing really well about like the whole modding community and that kind of thing, and they're trying to take some market away from like iRacing or Le Mans Ultimate, I think they're really going to struggle.
Awesome race, mate.
We have to remember AC Evo is early access. No, completely. And like I say, I've not played it. I have not played it at all. I'm just basing what I've heard, you know, from what other people have said. But the thing is, normally with also early access, like, you can generally get a good idea where the game direction's going. Right, so if you do want to join the open lobbies, then you're more than welcome to. Oh my god, it's real. I gotta see this. Isaac Hajar. Carlos Sainz got 2 penalty points? That's crazy. How did you join? Just search up for the Brendon Leigh lobby on the game list, buddy. And yeah, at the moment there's space, so it should show up for a collision. That, yeah, is total nonsense. You drove on keyboard? That is crazy. I respect the dedication, to be fair. When I had my debut in a well-known German F1 league, really helped me improve. May, let's go. What track was it? But happy to hear that the video helped, you know. That's awesome. Right. Is that what it is? Bit of Spa, Silverstone. Qatar, because why not? Texas. Japan? No way. That's such a cool track to have your debut at. It took me a bit of time to get better than yours on the keyboard. Mate, that's nuts. That is nuts. Fair play to you. Fair play to ya. Full credit where credit is due. That is dedication. Beyond dedication. Oh, I see the pic now. That's a hilarious photo. That photo is hilarious with Isaac breaking this trophy. Not that he broke the trophy, but his facial reaction. Any tips for Brazil? Slow in, fast out, my friend. Brazil, it's so easy to overdrive the entries. If you can keep the car in the control, in the corner entry, then you'll be flying, mate. You'll be flying. How you doing, XPO? Welcome in. What track are you baddest at? Probably Bahrain. Oh. Ooh, a P2. We'll take that. That is simply lovely. Yeah, mode driving. Yeah, Brazil is really hard to not overheat tires. Really hard. Not. Someone like Alex, who is good compared to Yano. Just wanted to make sure I wouldn't get a jump start there. I think in qualifying, if you gave like Alex a week to practice, I think he would be within depending on the track and how difficult the setup is for that track, probably half a second to 7/10. But over a consistency in the race, I think Yano would be about 8 a lap faster on average. At the start of the stint, it wouldn't be that much. But as tire dead kicks in and that kind of thing, then the advantage would grow. Device, mate, cook it up. Let me know how it goes. Hopefully it goes well for you. When's the next collab? Don't know. To be honest, haven't spoken since 2-player finished. It's better if I don't say on stream. I just lock in. Maybe we'll get into the 9 for the final lap. Hooked. Lovely jobbly. 9-7. What year do you think F1 was the best? That's a great question. I would say... I would think the best years of F1 in my lifetime, when I've been watching since 2007, 2008, I think is the 2010, maybe 2012 seasons. I think it was a fantastic mix of battling on track, the right kind of politics off the track, and great from the area that I was seeing it from, like from the BBC broadcast, it seemed like great journalism as well. Like, I was too young to appreciate the journalism back then, but when I look back to that 2010, 2012 era, of course there was a bit of biasness from my memory looking back, but the journalism looked really good, in my opinion. It was really fantastic. Whereas I compare that to now, I think the journalism is still really good. But I feel like it just isn't as pure, maybe, as like the 2010, 2012 era. That's just my opinion, though. It might just be perception, and it might not actually be reality, but that's kind of how I feel about it anyway. What about you guys? When's your, like, favorite F1 seasons? Opinions on the Isaac podium? Cooking. Unreal. You watched the race? I did, actually, yeah. I enjoyed it, to be fair. Still miss Mario Walker? Yeah. I was watching the other day on YouTube. I think it was 1998 where Brendon took Walker in a two-seated McLaren F1 car around Silverstone. You can't write that kind of passion. You can't inject that kind of passion into someone. It has to be there. Is my lobby glitched? I think all sports becoming this way. Yeah, I would say so. I guess my lobby is broken. I think it will fix itself when someone leaves. Or when the right person leaves. I'm in the US and there's less actual journalism in sports and more. It's very different. Okay. So that's quite interesting. I think that generally is better, in my opinion. Because I think it takes a lot of respect from someone who used to do the sport to appreciate the level that someone else is doing that sport at, you know? Not always. I think even people who haven't done the sport can have a lot of understanding. But generally you have more chance of someone being really fantastic if they've done the sport before, in my opinion. Fell asleep around lap 61. Just engine DNF, just oil leak. See you later in a bit, buddy. Do I think Leclerc will get a penalty? Yeah, I think he will. Like, he was off the track. Like, it was a fantastic, brave, gutsy overtake. But he was off the track. He drove himself off the track, you know? You can't just brake around the outside, carry so much speed that you go off the track, punt the other car off the racing line, and then call it an overtake. Maybe before you could, but in this current regulation, not. You know? Like, in the current regulation, you can't do that. But also brings more bias. No, completely. That's a really fair point, Michael. That's a really fair point. That's a really fair point. Yeah. I think that also, like, stems over, because I was watching some of James Hunt's old commentary, and the guy was clearly incredibly biased, but it was some of the best commentary ever. Like, it was brilliant. You know what I mean? No, he was not forced. No, he wasn't really forced off the track. He broke so late. Like, if there was wheel-to-wheel contact, I would agree. But in my opinion, there wasn't wheel-to-wheel contact between George and Leclerc. I think Leclerc's move is really similar to, like, Max's in Jeddah, where he, like, basically breaks all the way around the outside, goes off the track, and then takes the position. Man, please, stop spamming. Like, I'll be happy to help and give a good answer, but also if you spam, I wouldn't really want to, like, interact. Like, to be respectful, please, my man. Like, do you think it's done for Lando? I wouldn't say done, like, completely over. Yeah, you're just spamming on purpose now. Have a good day. I wouldn't say it's over for Lando. I think he has a chance, because if that failure can happen to him, it can happen to Oscar. But I think it's incredibly, like, it's incredibly unlikely now that he can come back from it. I think the most salvable situation for Lando now is to actually just finish within 34 points of Piastri. And then by finishing within 34 points, at the end of the season, he can just go, well, if it was... Hello. Jesus. If it wasn't for the crash, I would have won the championship. You know what I mean? I think that's the most salvable situation for for Lando right now. It will require, more than likely, it will require a DNF from Oscar to get back into it. Well, it isn't impossible. It isn't impossible to happen, but very unlikely. Yo, how you doing, both Victorias? Hope you both had good days. Yeah, new overlays. I made it last night. Will you have to do any video stream through Discord as you would on PC? Doing good, thank you, first of all. Hope you're doing good as well. When you're, like, doing a coaching session on console, if you're on Xbox, you can stream directly to Discord. So that's very easy. Lemon squeezy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, I should say. Yeah, nice try on the DRS games. But if you're playing on PlayStation, then either you can set up the PS Share app, and or... What are you doing, man? Or, yeah, you can either stream to Twitch or YouTube from PlayStation, if that makes any sense. So, yeah, you can... Basically, you can get console... coaching on console. Just on Xbox, you can stream directly to Discord. And on PlayStation, you'll stream to, like, Twitch. This guy is so desperate. My eyeball is threatening a migraine. Oh no! I thought you were okay. How come... What is this guy doing? Chat. I think we're going to have a conclusive vote to take this guy out, right? I made that vote for us. Oh no! I missed my breaking point. Oh, what a shame. He rage quit as well. No, well, I'll have to remember my breaking point is for lap 1 next time. Yo, Jeremy. Welcome in. Hope you had a good day, brother. Had a great day. Just back from eating dinner. Lovely, jubbly. Glad to hear it was good. What was for dinner? Penalty not deserved. You were docs? Oh, okay, so you came into TikTok, spammed, and tried to take me out. Your evening must be very boring. Boop. Brendon, Max, or Lewis? At the moment, Max, but I am a Lewis fan. Like, I have been a Lewis fan since 2008. So yeah, I would always say Lewis is like my preferred, but as a driver, Max is better, to be honest. Especially right now. You see anything? Ah, sounds banging, to be fair. I think Prime Lewis would go up against anyone. But yeah, it's hard to say who's better. I think in ground effect, Prime Max is better than Prime Lewis, but in non-ground effect cars, I think it would be very close between the two of them. Debatably, Lewis would be better. But I think Max is, like, so unreal in, like, ground effect cars. He was great in cars before, but I really feel like he took a step forward with the ground effect, you know? That reminds me of Schumacher. Yeah, that's a fair comment to compare Schumacher and Max. I think Max is like a blend between like Schumacher and Ayrton Senna. That's kind of how I see the two of them. No, I wouldn't say Max gives into pressure. I think Max actually makes other people crave under pressure. GG's for my camera. Ah, good race, man. Yeah, I don't think Max caves under pressure at all. He just dive bombs. I mean, that's in the regulation, to be honest. Like, if it's in the regulation, send it. Wasn't that situation against Norris? How so? What situation? When he took him out of the race. Yeah, I mean, but look, rationally speaking, Max, it was clear what Max was doing, you know. It was clear what Max was doing. But again, Max understands the regulation and understands that the penalty would not be that big. So why not do it? Like, especially on a track where Mexico, where the car performance is so big, you know, even with like big penalties, he still finishes in a good position. So yeah, again, Max just understands the regulation. If the regulation didn't let him do it and would risk a penalty, he wouldn't do it. If Lewis's confidence isn't destroyed, I think 26 regulations will help him a lot. But there's a big risk that Lewis's confidence is so destroyed that he might not actually get back to his prime, to be honest. I wouldn't say he's done, but hypothetically speaking, right? Let's say the 2026 Ferrari is dominant, right? Let's say the 2026 Ferrari is dominant, hypothetically speaking. It would take him, in my opinion, at least 4 or 5 weekends at the start of the season to get back his confidence. From that point onwards, he'll be flying. But in that 4 or 5 weekends at the start, it would need a lot of things to not go wrong for him to get his confidence back. No, Lewis is not weak. No. Lewis is not weak mentally. Not at all. Lewis, I say this as a Lewis fan, by the way, but Lewis was robbed completely of the 2021 championship, and everyone else moved on because they were not connected emotionally to the situation. Lewis was the only person connected to that situation emotionally, like in Mercedes, right? Of course, other people were sad about it, but look, there was even videos of the mechanics celebrating the Constructors' Championship and Bottas jumping in the water with them after. And deservedly so, because they won the Constructors' Championship. They deserve to celebrate. But imagine being Lewis, how you just got robbed of the championship, and then you're sat there and everyone else just tells you, well, that was last year, mate. Time to get on with it. Like, that's a hard thing. Man, he was robbed. Like, in my opinion, Max deserved the championship, but Lewis deserved that race win in Abu Dhabi 2021. And that race win would have got him the championship. They did not follow the regulation. No, of course, Phil. Oh, bugger. Sorry, I just took out a Red Bull. That's ironic given the situation. Yeah, but Phil, like, of course, mate. Like, the way I look at these things is, people have their opinions, and I don't get mad at someone for having your opinion, you know? Like, if you say that your opinion is Max deserved the championship or Max didn't deserve it, or anything like that, man, it's completely valid. And only, in my opinion, a salty person or a not very intelligent person, let's put it that way, would get mad at you for having your opinion in life, you know? As long as your opinion isn't nasty or trying to hurt someone deliberately, enjoy, man. It's your opinion, and I appreciate to read it. I don't need or want, like, every person I interact with to have, like, the same opinion as me. That's just a bit boring in life. Yeah, exactly. It's fun. Watch the switchback. Opinions aren't meant to be this popular and the same. Yeah, agreed. I mean, let's be honest as well. We're talking over the internet, like... It's not like you're sat at the table in front of me. We're talking over the internet. Like... to be honest, like, just being completely honest here, it would be a bit lame of me to get mad about someone's opinion from the internet. Like, I see people do that on Twitter and social media all the time. where they genuinely get triggered by someone's like opinion over a subject that isn't deliberately trying to cause like someone harm. And I'm like, guys, come on. No need to be so like involved in the situation when it doesn't affect you, you know? Your opinion is about opinion. This is really wrong. Cheers, Phil. Cheers, man. Really appreciate you. Why are your paddle shifts so silent? My microphone's a bit farther away from the paddle shifts now. Not intentionally, just to make my voice audio a bit better. Get triggered way too fast. Yeah, sometimes in that situation it's good to like disconnect from the situation. Why is he boxing? Also, sure people having debates. Ultimate Team is doing TikTok this morning. Yeah, people take stuff way too seriously on the internet. I posted a clip a few days ago. I can't remember when it was, like, of me doing the overtake at Cop's Corner when I was in open lobbies. And oh my god, so many people were fighting about Max and Lewis from 2021 in the comments. They'll go down as one of the most, if not, yeah, I agree with that, Phil. Actually, no, it's your opinion, so I do disagree with it. No, I'm kidding. But no, I do agree. I think it will go down as possibly the most intense. I feel like there's other ones in the championship, like Senna and Frost, that were probably equally as intense. But because of the pure like documentation of the 2021 season, like modern TV, modern media, Netflix Drive to Survive, and all that kind of added bonuses to it, I think that makes it like undoubtedly the most intense. Like just because you got to see so much more of it. I don't think that people lost respect towards each other. I don't think that at all. I just think that more people are offended by other people's opinions than ever, possibly in history. Like, even like 15 years ago, people could say their opinion and people would not be offended by it. They just go, okay, fair play. That's your opinion, mate. No worries. Let's go kick a football around a park. You know what I mean? It was all chill. Whereas now, I don't think it's like people disrespect each other in that way. Or lost respect, I should say. It's that people were just taking offense to anything. P5, let's go! Yeah, it was an oil leak. What caused Lando's DNF. Big shame. Big shame, that is. Have too many safe spaces? Yeah. You seem like the nicest person in the F1 community. Ah, cheers, buddy. Appreciate that. Yeah, that's very nice of you. Thank you, buddy. Like, you can't say anything because people get angry just for the... Honestly, yeah. Honestly, like, you could do anything these days and someone might get mad at you for it. Like, genuinely, not even kidding, you could do a really nice thing and donate £2 million to charity, and someone on social media would probably say, yeah, but why didn't you donate to the other charity? You know what I mean? Banned. What is the most challenging track to race during the rain? I would say Monaco or Singapore. Monaco, because it's Monaco with the tight barriers. Singapore, because it has a lot of rear tire deck. Or you're just doing it for clout. Yeah, like... Brendon is like a panda. How did you make that comparison? Can I have your reasoning, please? You're too nice. Oh, well, thank you. I think. Is it better to keep anti-roll bars low? It depends on the balance, mate, to be honest. Like the anti-roll bars work a lot in unison with like the wing setup. So it depends what you're doing there. But generally you're looking for higher on the rear, lower on the front to help that sort of bite into the corner. Yo, how you doing, Tornado? Yo, how you doing? How you doing, Finn? Really bad to race on. Yeah, but at least Monza you can control it a bit more, you know, with like tire deck, etc. 100% true. Last week football game, there was 1 minute of clapping during. Whoa, that's unfortunate. Yeah, it's really sad to hear though. How did you start? I did motocross as a kid. Lost budget for that, so yeah, I did motocross. Was already learning to jump bikes at like 4-5 years old. Did a lot of biking as a kid as well, like push biking. Was always competitive. Found 2017 like F1 Esports doing their thing. The first ever championship was like, sign me up to that. Won it. Won the second championship, and now we're here basically. Do you recommend the R5? I've not used the R5 before, but people have said it's quite good. Here we go. Hopefully we get to race sometime. Cheers, Phil. Catch you later, buddy. Appreciate you tuning in. Emily says hi. Hi back to Emily. Hopefully she's having a good day as well. So Brendon, just to go. Am I? Well, thank you. How many new races into a lobby? I'm not too sure, to be honest. I normally don't like doing lobby restarts too much. Just from the point of view of, like, keep the flow of the stream going nicer. P2. Who do you think is the GOAT of sim racing? Gregor Hutu. Why you are P5? It's just on random grid. So the game just decides. Watch this, we're going to do another switchback. Thanks for your position, sir. I'm on a Simucube Sport with Asher Ultimate Wheel Rim. Ankle breaker move. Oh, too early. Do I still race? Not really. I don't really have a reason to. I've done a few league races here or there on this game. But apart from that, I don't really race any of them. Because they're like doing their own thing, practicing for league racing. I'm doing my own thing with like my setup shop and content. Right, cheers. Appreciate you tuning in, Oscar. See you next time, buddy. Yeah, no, I agree, Michael. I'm thinking to do the next race of WR. Will be next Sunday. Not sure what track it is, though. Right, final lap. Time to cook up a special. It's going to be hard, but if we have enough battery, maybe we get into the 21s. Go on, it's going to be close. Ah, we got it by 3,000 of a second. Cooking. Can F1 go back on international break? I need it already. What? You want F1 to go back on break because you miss it? Or because you want the breaking in? I'm confused. My day was good, thank you, Kenny. Hope you had a good day. Back from my mini vacation. Nice. Where'd you go? Ooh. On the summer break back as a Ferrari fan? Don't blame me there. No Lewis fan? Fair. Did that race with a Spain set up an ironically Spain? Fair enough. Think maybe a Ferrari fan? Yeah, you guys were on it much quicker than I was there. But next year will be your year. Yeah, keep up the motivation. Next year will be your year, everyone at Ferrari. Don't you worry. You got this. And then it'll be 2027 will be your year. And then it'll be 2028. And then you're going to write off 2029, maybe 2030 with new regulations. But 2031, that'll be your year. Imagine what will be in 2035. It will just be pain. You think Charles is still there? Oh, yeah. He's there for the long haul. To be fair, Charles winning one championship with Ferrari and ending the Ferrari championship drought would mean more and have more sport impact than most drivers winning 2 or 3 world championships. And the longevity of it would mean history forever in Ferrari. For that might be worth the risk staying at Ferrari. Lewis getting a 7th would be huge as well. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, if it goes between Charles and Lewis right now, you have to say, like, Charles would win out. I say that as a Lewis fan as well. Yeah, don't worry, Kenny. Next year's your year, man. Would be huge. Facts. Yeah, like, I say, like, even if Ferrari had the best car at the start of next season, I think it would take Lewis at least 4 or 5 races of consistent podiums, like every single race in the podium, to get his confidence back. Then from there, he can fight. But up to that point, will be really tough. It's hard to say. Around 30 to 40, Jeremy, around there. Find a way to lose it all. Sadly, I don't think you're wrong there. Well, that was a bit silly of me to go to the outside line. Karma. Oh. Man, the lead is already so far away. What are you doing, man? Yeah, trying to take people out. See you later. 100% he's going to try and straight line me this corner. Yeah, you can see him taking people out back there. Can everyone remember that username, please, so I can kick him after? Jan something. In the hearts. Oh yeah, Ferrari would be good in Monza. They're always good on these kind of mechanical grip types of circuits, and Monza's that. Oh, good. All good, man. Who do you think was at fault, Antonelli or Leclerc? I think anyone who says Leclerc was at fault needs to go to Specsavers. I mean, clearly it was Antonelli. But it's a real shame for Antonelli. He's on for a really good race, maybe build some good momentum, his confidence again. yeah, he threw it all away in that one moment. Congratulations. No, I use triple screens, but without a bezel-free kit. I don't use it like... I use the triple screens more for, like, reading chat at the moment than, like, driving with them. So I don't have, like, a super big need for triple screens as it stands. Or, I mean, as a bezel-free kit. Is a rookie fail? No, I agree. That's why I'm not, like, trying to be hard on him. Because it was just one of those rookie situations. But, yeah. Nevertheless, lost a lot of momentum there. I would need to do... I would really be interested to know the conversations behind the scenes with Lewis and Ferrari at the moment. Because they're clearly not really like... It seems anyway that they're not too happy with each other. And I think Lewis imagined it to be different. And I think Ferrari imagined maybe Lewis to be less pushy with a lot of the subjects. Whereas Lewis sort of is like, right, I'm going to try and re-energize the team. And Ferrari a bit like, whoa, we paid you to be a driver, not a team manager. That's kind of how I see it, you know? But equally, I think there's also tension between Charles and Ferrari. Not as equally, because there's not as much tension between Charles and Ferrari as there's between Lewis and Ferrari, but I think there's definitely tension. Is it supposed to listen to drivers you sign just to drive? No, I agree with you, like, but the thing is like, it's really hard to explain, I think, but the way I kind of look at it is, I think they knew that Lewis would be quite pushy, and really demand a lot, but the hard thing is, when you haven't experienced, like, that kind of culture in Ferrari, and you try to take a work culture from like a European, oh no, I can't say a European team because Ferrari is European, but I mean like an English team, let's put it that way. Ferrari is just a completely different working concept, just completely different. Like, I'm not saying one is better, one is worse, but it's just a very different culture. And I'm sure Ferrari really want the feedback from Lewis. But I can also imagine they're quite surprised in the way that he may be going about it. About giving the feedback, that is. Safe for performance. I think it just wasn't working. Like, Lewis and Mercedes were not gelling anymore. I think Lewis thought that Mercedes were not going to win anymore and took a gamble on Ferrari. How you joined? I just search up Brendon Leigh in the lobby search list, buddy, and it should show up, pop up. If the lobby has a spare space, that is. If the lobby's full, then it won't show up. Yeah, Mercedes are offering him a 1-year deal. That's also really disrespectful. As someone who won like 6 championships for you, if it is true to only offer like 1+1s, That's quite bad. They doesn't seem to be willing to adapt to each other. Yeah, I agree on that. Oh my god, we might almost win this race. If we can gain 2 tenths, we're still going to win it. Come on. We still won it. By less than a tenth. That's crazy. Struggle with each other? Yeah. I mean, again, I'm just a sim race doing a chair on a stream on the internet. So I know very little relatively. But I've got a feeling if that was Max, he would have asked for the engineer to be changed already. Whereas I think Lewis is probably working through the problems painfully. And is probably making subtle hints about changing, but probably not demanding it, you know? Whereas I feel like if it was Max, Max would be like, this is not working. Let's change this. Let's fix this. And let's improve. And probably there would be improvement. But at the moment, the Lewis and... I don't know how to say his name, so I don't want to be bad. I didn't want to be disrespectful. Are really struggling with each other. Yo, McGelly! Nick Love in the eye? Why not? I'm doing good, thank you, buddy. Hope you're doing good as well. Ricardo? Yeah. Yeah, I feel like their relationship is too fragmented, too hurt, probably, to really come back. I mean, Science didn't have a good relationship with the engineer as well, to be honest. Like, you could see sometimes, like, the relationship was not that easy on the radio between the two of them. You're good? Lovely jubbly. No, Ferrari shouldn't go for Bono. And would Bono move to Italy at this point in his life with his kids, family, a life settled in the UK? If I was him, probably not. But I don't think like Bono is the be-all, end-all, because Lewis was also struggling at the end of time in Mercedes, even with Bono. You know. I think, to be honest, Lewis needs someone who just admires him. To be honest, I think Lewis needs an engineer that is like maybe new or very inexperienced relatively. Because with that inexperience, then they adapt to Lewis's way of doing stuff. But sometimes when you have too much experience as an engineer, I'm not saying this is a bad thing, because again, I'm a sim racer in a chair. I don't know that much about engineering, relatively, you know. And they know way more than I probably ever will. But I think when you have too much experience, sometimes then you try to use your past experiences too much with someone like Lewis, and it doesn't work. Who do you think is the F1 Esports GOAT? I would say Yano. He's got 3 championships. The next closest has 2. Motivates him could be a better word. I think he needs it. Yeah, Lewis needs a challenge. Lewis needs that motivation for sure. Like, Lewis is always performing at his best. I told you how you can join Dylan. Like, Lewis is always at his best when he's fighting something. You know, if you watch in his best years of Mercedes, he would always have, like, a charity or something to fight against, you know? Or fight for. Whereas when he doesn't have something to fight for, I think Lewis is not super sharp compared to his normal. It's not even easy to change a whole environment after ages. Yeah. No, agreed. Not yourself? I think it would be really arrogant. I think it would be really arrogant to rate yourself as the GOAT. With Brian? Yeah, I mean, even that relationship between Charles and Brian does not look that good, to be honest. Like, Charles does not seem super happy in that situation. From the outside perspective anyway. And it really looks like a situation that they're not enjoying too much each other's company on the radio. Yeah, I agree, Saf. First I'm seeing them. They're free. So, yeah, I like them quite a lot. The only problem I have with them is, like, I don't know if you can see it that easy from here. Is it gonna focus? Anyway, the tag is, like, kind of, like, coming off with the stitching. So the stitching is maybe not the greatest. Maybe just only for this pair of gloves. But apart from that, they're really good. Is it breaking even more? No, it hasn't broken any more since last time. The owner of the company said he was going to send me some more. This was last weekend, he said that. So they haven't arrived in my post box. So let's see. Let's see. Hopefully they arrive. And hopefully the postman didn't steal them. Need a new pair? Yeah, but to be honest, I've been using them for a month and a half. 2 months, like practically, well, every day. And you can see, like, the grip is not really worn away, you know? Like, it has a little bit on the shifters, you can see. But, like, apart from that, it's really good. The game freezing. That was because of my second monitor. Like, the second monitor would randomly turn off. And because it would randomly turn off, it made a freeze in the game. And that's what was happening. So far from ideal. Where is Austria? There. Let me check if your setup is good. Well, you have the website link. Self-promo. No, it was a good effort, to be fair, mate. It was a good effort. Rate the grind. Actually, how many setups you have? Over 100 for sure. Maybe close on 200. So for every track, I have 4 at minimum. And then I have a lot of test ones. What does coaching go with? In what sense? And, like, I don't fully understand your question. This guy is on his battery usage. What does it do? Oh, I see. So basically, when we do coaching, or when I do coaching, let's just say, like, on my service, and do it with whoever's booked it, what it is a 1-hour session, and it's completely tailored to what you want it to be honest. So if you want the session to be about how to improve your racecraft, we can do racecraft. If you want it to be about your race pace, we can do race pace. If you want it to be about quali pace, consistency, league racing preparation, whatever you basically want on the F1 game, we'll tailor make it to you, basically. So yeah, it's basically whatever you want it to be. It's ran on Discord. So yeah. Everything. Yeah. It's literally whatever you want it to be, it can be. I'm very, like, open in that sense, so... Because I'm aware, like, everyone has, like, different things that they want from coaching. Like, one person might want to improve race pace. One person might want to improve quali pace. So there's no, like, script you can develop. It's literally just speak to the person I'm doing the coaching session with. They tell me what they want to improve. And then we improve it. Are you the one who does the coaching? Yeah, I am indeed. So everything to do with my setup packs, website, coaching is all just ran by me. Also, my email is all just ran by me. So it's the same with everything on my social media, actually. So I don't have anyone to help with anything on social media. So all the thumbnails are by me. All the video editing is done by me. All the videos, live streams, general content is done by me. All the setup packs developed by me. All the coaching and organization for the coaching and website is done by me. So yeah. Is it faster to use 100? I believe so. My man is a whole team. Thanks for the TRS. See you next year, buddy. That was a good battle, though. Enjoyed that. Understood the city. Running too hot. Ah, we didn't even get fastest lap. Washed. The credits list. I should do that one time as a joke on like a YouTube video. Nice fight. Yeah, it was a really good fight. It's my third day using the OCS PS5 controller. Is that bad? No, that's not bad at all, mate. That's good progress. Or I need your opinion, seeing your coach. No, I think that's good progress, man. I think that's good progress. But I mean, to be honest, don't get too hung up on like lap times or AI percentage or stuff like that, because there's much more to it, you know. I think it's easy to look online and see a comparison to this, that, but there's no need to. You don't need to destroy yourself overly thinking about those things. You get massive understeer, Jeremy. Massive understeer. Yo, actually, we just hit 31k followers on Twitch. That's nuts. Thank you very much, everyone. Glad to do it. Some Game Pass, first mistake. Using Esports setups on Time Chop. Man, the setup on Time Chop is crazy. It's oversteer city. No, WR has a day off. A week off. Enjoyment driving. Croft in the UK for sure. For sure, Croft is my favorite. By far. By far. I'm gonna do 2 more races on this stream, so we won't switch a lobby on this one. Miami, Singapore. Miami is quite an interesting one. Very interesting. A lot of people wouldn't agree. I think Miami with a good setup is very good though. Very enjoyable. But Singapore is a banger. Oh, whoops. Right, new challenge, chat. Can I win even with a drive-through penalty? The guy crashed in the castle section and rage quit. Oh, I was looking at chat. No, I haven't played F1 Manager before. Seems like a cool game. Just not my type of game, to be honest. I'm not normally too much enjoying, like, these management-style games. I'm doing good, thank you, Ollie. Hope you're doing good as well, buddy. Too deep. Not gonna lie, I think it's gonna be quite difficult to beat the god guy behind. I think we can get back on the podium though. Drive for fun? Yeah, let's just say it was for fun. And not a total mistake at the start. Saying it's for fun makes it sound better. No, it's disqualification. If you don't serve it, you just get DQ'd. Well, that was smooth up there. Right, let's get this drive-through done. Big risk on pit entry here. I just forget how far away the line is there. We're not going to be a million miles away from the podium. Wasn't it GP? I think it was very good. Considering it wasn't really rain affected, it was a very dramatic Dutch GP for a track that normally is not that dramatic. That was a terrible exit. Right, we need DRS off this car. Turned out the switcheroo was just not necessary. Right, depending on battery, it might be close into here. Right, I've got a bit of a job to catch the DRS of the car head now. Okay, we should get it. And he's got a 3-second penalty, so... Lovely. Still going to get P2 in this race, somehow. Lobby's hosted by me, yep. Almost got fastest lap on the final lap as well. As a Fry fan, I could have happily turned off the TV this afternoon. Don't blame ya. Don't blame you, mate. How long are you going to stream? Just one more race, buddy. One more race. Then we'll be about 3 hours in total. Wrap things up with a bit of a Monaco madness. Stream on Tuesday? It's a good question. Probably. Yeah, I should be. In normal circumstances, I imagine I would be, yeah. What about the 10-second penalty for Sainz? To be honest, total rubbish. Total rubbish. Monaco Madness. Oh, damn. But the people I've actually outbreak myself and taken out. Disable ghosting. I don't know if I want to, because that means the people will just go a lap down. I never hoped to be P20 on a grid more than in these races. Like, you need to be P20 in these races. You want to cut the first corner? Yeah, it's either like P1 or P20, no in between. I'm P7. I'm cooked. I'm not making it through the first lap, boys. Not without a front wing, at least. If I make it through the first lap, I'm playing the lottery. Can we have a snack? What a username. Well, we have our first DNF. I got a feeling I'm going to get straight lined here. He tried it. I think the Ferrari in the lead has damage for sure. I can't tell if he's trying to take the other guy out. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, he's trying to take him out. Someone's getting straight lined. Oh, somehow we're leading. What a gentleman. They are being quite well behaved, aren't they, back there? I was expecting far worse. Oh, next DNF. Yeah, a lot of people are still going, surprisingly. They are not behaved, Brendon. They were to me. Half of them have no front wing. Valid. I think that Dale guy is being a bit of a rolling roadblock, though. Because he did put my teammate in the wall on lap 1. I'm going to try and lock in for some laps now. I tried to drift it. Just understeer silly through there. That was a bottle. Right, next lap will be my lap. That was much better. Can we have a snack? Is out of the race. So I guess we can't have a snack. Lewis got a 5-place grid penalty. For Monza as well. is a kick in the gut. But I wanted a snack. Same here, man. That's crazy. Especially if the Ferraris are fast, imagine. And use on the Leclerc versus Russell. That's a good point. That's a really good point. Man, imagine if Ferrari have a double grid penalty. I do have my brownies ready, to be fair. I do have my brownies ready. Banging. They're always on tap. Always ready to go. She said share. I don't really feel like ice cream's that shareable. Like, if it's already been put in the bowl, then it's past, like, the sharing zone. If it's pre-putting it in the bowl, then it's right. But if once it's in the bowl, then it's a no-go for sharing ice cream. At least in my opinion. Right, let's see who's live on F1. Are they actually broadcast? No, they're not actually. Let's do AR12, man. It's been a while. It's been a minute. A legend of the gaming scene. Everyone, if we can show AR12 some love, some support, he deserves it. He's been around for forever. He's been around for. So yeah, everyone go show him some love. This is what his stream looks like at the moment. But yeah, he really deserves it. He seems like a top guy, to be honest. Never really had a proper conversation with him. But yeah, he does seem like a top lad in all fairness. Let me just go over there. So we should be live tomorrow afternoon as well. Not sure on my exact time. I've got some other stuff to do. Some other fitness to do as well. But yeah, with everyone, I really appreciate your support. Really appreciate you tuning in, sharing the last 3 hours together. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So appreciate you all. And yeah, luckily we got some more brownies for after the stream. So that's cooking. But yeah. Appreciate you all. Grazie ragazzi, grazie. Ciao, 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 ciao. There we go. Finally got my words together. Go show him some love, and I'll catch you later. Ciao, ciao. Bye, bye.